Hello and welcome to the Modcast. I'm here with Toast,
Hey.
Jex,
Yo.
and Zenrod. I completely forgot to introduce myself. Hello, I'm Wookie and I'm here too.
Did you
Either.
even introduce Zen?
I did introduce Zen at the end. I said, and Zenrod, and then he didn't answer.
Oh, you didn't. You like cut out then, because all I heard was like a chair clacking around.
Son
I'm
of a
sorry.
bitch. Alright, let me start this again. Hello and welcome to the Modcast. I'm Wookie and I'm here with Jex. God damn it. Hello and welcome to the podcast. I'm Wookie and I'm here with Jex,
Yo.
Toast,
Hey.
and our host Zenrod.
Hello.
Alright, good. We did it. We saved him.
I didn't even hear Zen.
Yeah, you missed Zen again.
No, he said me, but he cut out and he cut back in right at the second half of my name, so I heard the rot and I was like, oh, that's me.
The
We
important
will
thing,
get this right someday.
the important thing is that it sounds good on my end.
Was good enough for me.
Yes.
Yeah, good enough, man.
Over 30 episodes, we can't get this right.
Alright, Zen, what are we talking about today?
Okay, so first, just a disclaimer. We're gonna be pulling during the entire episode for Super 17. So if we stop doing what we're talking about just to yell, that's what happened.
Someone pulled Super 17.
So when
Yeah.
do the polls begin?
They'll begin as soon as I say what we're gonna start talking about first. All right.
Alright.
So first, let's talk about global version. I know Wokey wanted to talk about the fact that it's not the worst thing in the entire world right now.
Yeah, I actually want to talk about it because we constantly mention how it's the worst thing in the world. And for a brief shining moment, it seemed like there was pure... It was probably the closest we've ever been to being just about equal. Where it felt like global people were happy, it felt like Japan people were happy, and then that lasted for one day. But for that one
Well, they-
shining
yeah.
day, things were perfect, things were beautiful, everyone was happy, and I wanted to be known that that was something cool that happened. They got the orb system, and from what I hear, it sounds better than the Japanese version. They have the orb system, or they have it now, and then they got a bunch of logins for the stones as well, so they get to mess around with it, which is... It took like a long-ass time for Japan to start giving out orbs for us to actually mess around with. From what I remember anyway. I remember that thing being like a slow-ass process. So I want to at least give a due to Global for doing that right. For letting people actually have fun with the orb system.
And then they got Cyberman Battle too at the same day, which is, I mean,
Yeah.
fine. It doesn't really mean anything, but it's cool.
It's cool. It's probably
It makes
the
me think that they might start doing events at the same time now.
It's the fastest that they've ever had something. Which is probably the saddest and also funniest thing ever.
Cyberman Battle is what they got the fastest.
Yeah. Because I was actually about to make fun of the fact that we got that fucking dog.
We got
Really
a dog?
good.
Awesome. I never got that by gift box.
Dude, I never
Yeah,
got
it's
a
the
dog.
King of Earth. He's in your gift
So-
box.
I've
God
got
damn
two
it.
black hair multis in a row now.
You got two
We got
black
SSRs, but none of them are relevant. So,
Yeah.
and by relevant, I mean they're not 17 because it's the only one I don't have.
Oh, I got a agility 17, not the super 17.
Oh, I just got waifu Videl. Jesus Christ.
I pulled Super Vegito. He's relevant, right?
Well, yeah,
So
he
yeah,
is.
Ah, super Saiyan.
Yeah. He's that one guy, you know.
He's still around doing things, stuff.
So,
But yeah,
we're
so
back.
do you think that Global might start doing events simultaneously because there's technically no reason they shouldn't have been doing them simultaneously the whole time?
I could
I
see...
think
this-
Holidays, maybe.
Yeah,
This isn't the first time they've done this. Yeah, they've done simultaneous events before. It's just holiday, like as they just said.
Yeah, well, I remember last year when we got the April Fool's Yamcha, there was definitely a like, oh man, it's gonna be real funny when Global gets this not on April Fool's, and sure enough, they did not get it on April Fool's. They they technically had it.
March, right?
Yeah, but to be fair to them, at least they came with like baseball Yamcha, so they could use the excuse of like, here's a bunch of Yamcha coming now.
I didn't get Super 17, but I did
Yeah.
get Park Ranger 17.
Just as
I
good.
just
nice.
got a SSR 17 and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Okay.
All right. confirm this for me. Park Ranger 17. Is he artificial 17 or the real 17? Who's the artificial one?
But you mean like the GT exclusive one?
No,
That's
like
the one in his normal outfit.
okay, yeah. In the show itself, in GT, who is the fake one? I thought it was the guy with the Park Ranger coat.
No, the Park Ranger code is the one that's been. Park Ranger code's the good
Gotcha.
one. That is turned evil.
Yes, because
I thought it was the other way around, and I got yelled at a lot.
Thank you. I thought so too, and
No,
I've been
it
getting
was-
yelled at.
The only reason I know this is because from what I remember before I stopped watching GT for a bit because it got too much. Is
You
that
should keep it that way.
no? I'm gonna finish it, come hell or high
Oh
water.
no.
But yeah, the one in the Park Ranger one is because his job is a Park Ranger. That's the only. The other one doesn't have a job. He's just like some random hobo from hell. But yeah, back to Global. I just like that they
Hobo
got
from
some
hell, okay.
stuff. They got stuff, which is nice.
That's good.
Yes, congrats. And then
Congratulations to you guys.
They
You've
also-
earned it. You've been getting shit on for a long time by that company.
there was a brief period of time where we would
Haven't we
come
all?
on and go like, God, Global, what is going on? In the beginning, it was literally jokes, and then it literally became worrying. Like, Global, are you okay? Do you need to talk? you guys are really
Blink twice if you're in trouble.
you guys are really excited for Yamcha, like, and I could get that. I could get behind that, but you need to tone it down a bit. It's not actual content. But now they have stuff, and I'm glad for them, for the time being. And then they also got to deal with the shitty side of the dupe system, which was not the dupe
Yeah,
system.
I was just about to say, like, we're giving them congratulations, but aren't they like forgetting to give tickets to like a certain amount of people? who
Yeah, that's
got
what I said.
Basically screwed out.
It was for one day, but to be fair, that also happened in Japan. It just wasn't as loudly said because even I didn't know that happened in Japan.
Yeah, I didn't really know either.
Yeah. So any problem that was in
Hey,
Japan,
there's
if it's small, it gets super bigger once it hits global. Mainly because now it's in English and now more people can know about it.
Hmm.
Whereas opposed,
Like,
it was just unfortunate people dealing with Japanese. Go ahead, then.
Basically, there's an error where they can't send tickets to some people, and instead of trying to fix it, they just blame you, and then they say that you're not going to get any tickets. That's the gist of it.
That's a real shit move.
Basically.
If that was the part where I was like, God, I cannot believe that they literally could not go an entire week without some kind of terrible thing to talk about. Where I felt like I was ready to start today's Modcast literally going, Global is good, and then just have a 3-minute interlude of a song play and then move on to Japan. That would have been all our Global talk. But
That would have been pretty good.
But
Somebody had a
unfortunately,
meme.
unfortunately, there was still some bad stuff on the Global side. But hey, what can you do? Good with the bad.
Yeah, if you don't get your tickets, they tell you have an abnormality and that they're not going to fix it, and that fuck you, you're not getting any
Yeah,
tickets. That's basically what they say.
Basically.
We apologize for the inconvenience. Please continue to enjoy. It's like, oh yeah, I'll continue to enjoy.
Yeah, I think I basically said it when we were talking in like the mod chat. Literally, like, how do you get that message and not just immediately just stop playing the game?
Yeah, no
Like,
kidding.
yeah,
It basically is just fuck you.
Especially if you wailed hard for it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I get that message, and I basically say, "Fuck this game, fuck you, uninstalling. I'm not coming back."
I can just imagine people being, it's like they're depending on this ticket banner to be relevant again, and it's like, oh yeah, you're not getting your tickets, by the way.
Yeah, there's
Oh
somewhere
yeah,
out
there people are.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And it sucks even worse because when those tickets came out, it literally felt like Christmas, and now it's like you're the only kid on the block that didn't get any presents, and you're watching everyone else. The only hope you have is that there's a penta somewhere out there that goes like, I basically got shit. And that is your...
At the end of the day, we can all agree Bandai is a terrible company.
Yeah. But whether Japanese or global, we can all agree Bandai is a bad company. That's what
Yeah,
we'll unite.
we'll have to have false Penta make some posts.
Fuck. Global Penta. We need a global's answer for Penta. Send in your resumes
Send in your saddest resumes.
to impressiveninjaskills@gmail.com. And depending on how sad it is, we will officially announce you as Global Penta.
I really
So
hope
rewards,
this is a
surely.
good thing.
Yeah.
We have to do this.
Send in them emails. I don't know. It took people 3 months to give me some damn D free questions. So let's see how long it takes to send in some resumes to be Penta.
You gotta take action. If we don't get any resumes, we don't do Modcast.
We'll see. I'll give him a week with no threats. So that's
Is this
basically.
my most exciting pull
generous.
has been in Super Saiyan God and not Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta?
And I think that's basically it for Globe. Now they're just back to waiting for Rose and Super Saiyan Blue.
Pretty much.
Business as usual. Has
Yeah.
returned.
Hopefully they come eventually. But for now, I think we can move on to Japan.
Okay. Super 17 is a thing, and that's cool.
Is
He
it?
went from
I mean,
went from
he
really
as a thing
bad
sucks,
to really
but
kind of good.
This is maybe the one unit that has been the most like example case of the thing that we usually talk about of like this is a unit literally we should wait till it comes out, but it's too late because now everyone is giving what they think about him, and then
They had to change the game, how it works, to make him a relevant card. That's
Yeah,
that's how bad he
literally-
was.
Literally the most game-changing card.
we did not. Let's say we did not expect them to change the entire game for Super 17. We did not.
We really didn't.
We did not know that there was a Super 17 fan on the team that was like, listen, we need to change things. We need to get this together.
stay.
We need to make him good. And then they were like, and then there was like the Kaioken guy who's like, I back this, but only if Kaioken can also be good again.
I will sign off on your petition if you help me.
Exactly.
Scratch
It was-
my back.
Super 17 got some weird background dealings that was able to get him to be passable.
Then we needed a second Kaioken video with the new passives.
The new Kaioken mechanic. Oh, because he's so good now. that
Yeah,
was
man.
all he needed.
He was a god before. He just
I can't
just
imagine the
ascended
horror
further.
that he must do now.
Exactly. He's tearing up the charts now. People are going through the streets saying, thank you, Super 17, for bringing back our boy Kaioken.
JX put him at the top of the tier list.
Oh yeah, he's going right there.
It's
Number
going
one.
into Kaio tier, which is based off of units with the Kaioken mechanic that are top tier.
But
So-
specifically the AGL one.
Yeah, he's the only one that fits.
Making its own Bandai tier, a unit that actually changed the game for them to be released. Get their own tier.
So explain to people what the hell Super 17 does, just in case they don't know.
Well, he's got, what is it, 40% damage reduction on his passive, so he takes 40% less damage. And then every time he gets attacked, he gets, 30% attack, and it builds up.
Yes.
But it caps at 120%. So the way the game used to work, that would be absolutely garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time you built up to a certain point, it would wear off. And because you would kill the enemy, and then the phase would switch, so you would never get to actually use it. It made it so that passive stacking buffs don't go away. So now, once you get him to 120%, he stays there for the rest of the fight.
I just want to mention.
So
I just did a multi. I should mention what I just got because it was the most funniest shit ever. All right, it was R Krillin, Tech 17, Physical 17, Tech 17, Physical 17, Chi Chi Videl, Tech 17, Physical 17, and then Dr. Giro.
Yeah, these tech and physical 17s are like the fucking plague.
They're
Yeah.
the
They're- yeah.
Bardock.
They're the 10% motherfucking things. Oh man.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, I guess my agility team is getting better at this point.
So the main thing I remember everyone was basically talking about with Android 17 was whether or not he was worse than Vegeta. And jury's still out, right? We need
that
actual
was a big
testing.
discussion.
We need some kind of tribunal to come together and say whether or not he's son of a bitch.
What?
Got real bad multis, that's all.
Well, it just goes back to the team you can build around him. I mean, 17 still worse than Vegeta because you're not going to have a better extreme agility team than you can a super agility team right now. So it'd still be worse than 17.
We'll wait until like they drop the next unit that all of a sudden extreme is better, just like they did with physical.
Yeah, I mean, that's really all it will take is just the one unit that will come out that will somehow bridge the gap of the team, and then suddenly extreme agility is amazing. But until that happens, it's an okay team. It's not bad. It's just Vegeta's team is better.
Oh, I just got a Super Saiyan 1 multi end my life.
Ouch.
Well, got tech.
Has anybody even pulled Super 17 yet? I think I've done about 10 polls, but nothing yet.
I just got
Nope,
Tech Super Saiyan Vegeta, so that's my sign to stop pulling.
I've got like 2 Super Saiyan 4 Vegetas, that other Agility 17, and Super Vegeta. That's about all worth mentioning. Oh yeah, and then Super Saiyan God.
I pulled Arguldo. He's good, right?
Yeah, he's amazing. Wow, this banner sucks.
I just
Yeah,
got
it-
another Agility 17. Oh boy.
It's nothing but 7
Stop
Android.
showing up. I don't have orbs. You're worthless.
How come no one is out there complaining about this, the fact that they've released basically a bunch of Android 17s, and yet they were willing to give Aurelie so much shit? This, at least Aurelie,
Yeah, I know, right?
they're like, oh, you forget this little robot girl, but Android 17, he's sick. He fought Piccolo.
Oh, Super 17. Nice.
I'm content with 650 million Android 17s.
Give him all the turns.
Wait, you got Toast?
Yeah, I got him.
Nice.
He
I'm not
needs
gonna
to.
use them, but I have them.
I'm looking like I'm gonna run out before I get him.
The only reason I would like him is because he's the thing that will end the Frost trilogy. I will finally have the God Lead that is able to transcend my 3 Frost and be able to beat everyone.
That's a pretty impressive multi-toast. If he would have gotten the other 17, he would have gotten every banner card in one go. That's not Vegeta or anybody else.
Damn, that is.
Every banner card in one go. That's not most of the banner cards.
Well, yeah, like all the 17 banner cards. I should have said.
God, that's
I
so
have-
much 17s.
I have like 2 Agility Extreme cards.
Yeah.
I should stop pulling, but my love for Rose is too much.
It's too much for any one man to hold inside him. Let's see.
I mean,
what else?
Super 17 is about it.
I mean, the Cybermen.
There's really
came
not all
out.
that other stuff going on.
Cybermen came out.
But
Has shocking
you know,
speed.
April Fools. Haha, that's funny.
I still
And
think.
then we moved on.
Oh, and then Yamcha as well. Which I don't think was
Should've
an
given
April
us
Fool's joke.
5
I think it was
before
just them
Turgo.
going, we should tur the Spaceball Yamcha.
So how
Yeah,
true is
I
this?
guess-
Apparently we got the Cyberman team because apparently too many people thought that this was a real game they were releasing. So as compensation, we got the Cyberman team and like 13 stones because of it.
That's what they.
I doubt that, but
Yeah, I was kind of doubting that too, but I mean,
and
maybe.
that's the post they
So I
put
did.
up.
So,
So-
I did another multi going for Rose, and I got Super 17.
God damn.
I don't
think
even want them.
I think it was basically just a joke, though. I think even that announcement of like, "Hey, sorry," clearly April Fools, all fun times
Well,
and jokes.
Well, yeah, because I mean, they had a UR Cyberman team at the ready to give everyone just for compensation. I think, yeah, it's kind of bullshit, but it's funny.
And then the stone amount was equal to what I get. I think based on what Koala said, that kind of when you break it down, that's what Cybermen translates to, or something. Like the 13
What it-
stones.
What if we got 17 stones? Would it be a joke then?
It would have been the cruelest joke. The meanest joke. But yeah, I think that's about it. Well, wait, no. They announced new story and we're still waiting for it.
oh yeah, well it's like
Far-
within the next day or two, right?
Is it?
It's not. It's this month. It's the end of the month, but
They said it was April 2nd. Maybe it's the end of the month. I don't know.
no, yeah, it's at the end of the month because they said it'll be here at the end of April. We're at April 2nd. I mean, far depending on it's not months away. It's just sometime this month.
That's true. Huh. Alright. So, yeah, just basically waiting. They added Super Android 17. People are still... They changed the entire game, which is crazy. Now, supers are 2 different types. It's either key or punching.
We call it physical.
I call it punching. Which I think is weird that some of the
Yeah.
units like Gogeta, who I think throws a rainbow at people, is not considered an energy blast.
Well, I think the first part, it only has to connect physically at all. Like once he starts hitting them physically, it counts as being physical.
Really?
I hate this game.
That's weird.
I'm gonna sound like Zehal right now. I just got a 3rd Super 17.
You are
and I
Zehal.
don't want this guy.
I'm
want
taking
this
back
guy.
everything we ever said about Zehal. Toast is the new Zehal because he's fucking complaining about pulling Android 17 when I pulled the
For the
4th
3rd time.
fucking Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
And none of us have pulled him yet, and you pulled him 3 times. I'll
You
take
shut-
one, Toast.
Your fucking mouth, Toast.
I would gladly send them to each of you, but I can't.
That's the name of this.
We shouldn't have done this.
That's the name of this.
So
podcast.
Hato-sama, what did he just post? He just posted something.
Can we
It's a
confirm?
picture of Krillin floating up behind a Super Saiyan Goku.
I'm gonna assume that's an April Fool's joke.
All for. Well, didn't April Fools in Japan isn't already over?
Wait, what did he just post?
I don't see
It's
anything.
a news image of. Yeah, I don't see it either though. I don't know where he got it from. Maybe it is an April Fool's poster. It's fake or something.
I mean, it's hard to
On
tell
his
because
Twitter.
it's in Japanese.
Send
Yeah.
a link. I don't see it.
It's also hard to tell because today's April 1st, so I mean, we could announce anything today. No one knows what's true.
Well, I thought it was over in.
Japan, you'd think so, yeah.
Yeah, in Japan, it would be it would be the second today.
It would be the second. Yeah, I don't see the thing you're talking about, Zen. So I'm assuming what you saw is some kind of
Yeah, I
premonition
guess
of the
it's fake.
future. And now let me find.
Oh,
I see what you're saying. It shows Krillin and Frieza behind there, and it looks like Goku going Super Saiyan for the first time.
It's not even a real Twitter.
Oh my God, Zen.
It is a fake Twitter.
So you straight up got April Fooled. All right.
No, but real talk, that Goku looks pretty sick.
I mean, you don't have to worry
Yeah,
about it or
well,
anything.
you
No one's
are.
gonna watch this, so I mean, no one will know that. Happened.
And now we can move on to questions, I think. Because, yeah, that's basically it. The email to send in your questions about anything. You no longer have to send in D3 questions because I've been satiated. Is impressiveninjaskills@gmail.com. We still have some D3 questions, though. So we will continue to answer them as long as they're sent in. And so here's the first one. To Wokey, can you fuse with either the Zenrot, D3, or Toast? To D3, can you be on the Modcast more often? To Toast, can I smash that little toaster of yours? Sincerely, the Adam, the guy who lost a bet and had to bob at his cooler.
Whoa. Does he want to smash the toaster, or does he want to smash the toaster?
I don't know. It sounds
Either way,
vague.
no.
It sounds vaguely sexual. The way he says.
Either
little.
way, it's a definite no.
I mean, I will.
We don't have
fuse-
a warranty.
My main fusion guy is still Valley, but as long as he's alive, which he currently, as long as we last checked in, is alive, I'll continue staying with him. I could fuse with anyone else, but hey, I'm a one guy. And can D3 be on the Modcast more often? I don't know. He's busy. He's a busy guy. I think, right?
Got a lot going on.
He's got a lot going on. Next question. Hey guys, I'm a huge fan of the Modcast, or what's left of it since the prison break. That's right, Pitts is dead. I just have a few questions. I forgot that Pitts was killed. One, if you could make any card that's in the game relevant again, who would it be? Two, for Wookie, if Norelli got 120% leader skill, which type would it be? For the rest, what do you think is the next meta leader skill going to be? 3, do you think D3 has a friend at Bandai who gives him all the cards? 4, last question, what is your least favorite fight in all of Dragon Ball? Person on Reddit sometimes, other times on Twitter. You Seropolu
Long ass question.
or Carlos? Yeah, people send in sometimes really long questions. It's either like really short, like one quick answer questions, or it's like a lot of questions.
Yeah, what's your address? What's your social security number? Where can I find you guys? Stuff like
Yeah.
that.
So we'll start with
I just-
number 1. Did you just pull another Android 17 toast? Is that what you were
Oh
about
no,
to tell
no,
us?
I was gonna say I was gonna say I just realized Zehal is basically quitting Japan except for logging in. I'm taking up the mantle now.
Did you just realize
Why
that you actually are Zehal now?
I also have 4 Super 17s.
All right, first question. If you could make any card relevant again, what would it be?
Protect Gohan all the way.
Whis.
Well, STR Super Saiyan Goku.
I mean, I'm just always going to say Aurelie, so it's just going to be an Aurelie. But if it were not, then it would have to be, like, some other... Like, I would like there to be a... I don't know, someone like Bulma. Some card some card that's literally like, I can't believe that this card is so good, and I'm running it now, and it's crazy powerful. Like, something that it doesn't make any... Kind of like when you go cooler and you go, really, cooler's the next God Lead? I want that type of unit. So probably Bulma.
All right.
For me, if she got 120, what type would it be? I mean, any type is fine. It doesn't really matter which type. In theory, it would be a type that has a bunch of innocence, so it would be tech, but then tech isn't very good. Not well. It depends. I guess it depends on what her passive is. Any type is fine with me though. And does D Free have a friend at Bandai? I think Zen would actually know this. Does he?
No, he doesn't.
Doesn't. All right. And what's your least favorite fight in all of Dragon Ball? I don't know. I actually
Like Dragon Ball the series, or like Dragon Ball?
Let's say in all of the history, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Z. Try not to say GT because it's just too easy.
Easy pickings.
Yeah, let's keep it to the main series. Let me see. I mean, I kind of enjoy.
Vegeta versus Kui.
Oh, where he just kind of like kills him real quick.
Yeah.
Where it's not really a fight.
Yeah, like the same with the Doria, he just kills him in an episode, and it's just like, okay, I guess they're dead.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's kind of. For some reason, I don't like when he fought Zarbon for the first time. Like, if I'm actually trying to remember that specific thing, there was something about the Zarbon fight that just bugged me. It might be literally that was the fact that he got his ass kicked pretty badly, and then he came back, and then out of nowhere just like murks his ass.
They tried to explain that a lot because the Saiyans are supposed to get stronger after a fight, so Vegeta came back and whipped the crap out of Zarbon the second time, but that was because of his Saiyan genes. Because if you remember when he was fighting Frieza, he did the same thing. He told whatever Krillin to blow him up so then they could heal him and he'd get stronger. So they kept trying to use that shtick for a while.
I guess that makes sense to me. What about you, Toast?
I don't know what the question is.
Good answer. Zen, what is yours?
Probably Goldo versus
Those three guys?
two, because it's literally just he freezes them and then they monologue for a little bit and then Vegeta blows his head off.
It's true.
Oh, sounds like the ending of part 3.
Man, that is what happens. I forget that he just kind of... I forget that entire fight is literally them just stopping time. And then Vegeta comes out at the end, he rips his head off, and then the Ginyu Force is like, damn it, we need a new member. Like, they're not even like, I can't believe our ally died. It's more like, god damn it, now we need someone who's small and can pose. And that's rough, man. That's your fucking friend. Anyway.
Well, he was the newest member. They're like, whatever. He was our weakest guy. We can get a new one.
Was he? Alright.
You can only get a new Goldo once every 6 months.
Yeah, just like a new Wonky.
It's true. Alright, next question. This guy didn't have a name, so I'm just going to call him No Name. Question 1, what is D-Free's middle name? 2, do you play any Fire Emblem, and if so, which is your favorite? Mine is Sacred Stones.
Oh,
no. I can say for D-Free's middle name, it's hyphen. It says right there in the name. And and as for Fire Emblem, let me see. I think mine actually might be Sacred Stones.
Yeah, mine is Sacred Stones.
I haven't really played any Fire Emblem games. I have the 2 3DS ones. I don't want to play my 3DS.
My favorite one, Super Smash Bros. Melee.
That's fair.
Oh my god, JX.
I mean, that's where they basically kind of got known, as far as I know. That's why people like Marth so much. It's because he's that guy from Smash
Entirely
Brothers.
why anyone likes Marth, yeah. Because Marth is not a very exciting character otherwise.
Yeah, 'cause to be fair, he was released in like the 80s, and is like very like 80s anime Japanese. So like, yeah, not surprising that he doesn't have the most character in the world.
But he doesn't even speak English in the game. He just has a Japanese monologue. It's like, it's like, oh yeah, I know what that meant.
That's true. As opposed to Roy, who just like screams every line.
Roy just yells. Ah! That's why he's my favorite character in the game.
That's true. Next question. So with this new wave of god leads hitting Dokkan, do you think we'll get a form of a I'm just gonna change this to dog lead. Dog's demi-god leads, where the leader is 100%, 150% to all stats for one type, and if that's specific to super or extreme types. Or would that just be too ridiculous? And the better question is, if they do implement that, what's next for leader skills? It's not like the status effects are that apparent in the game. Thanks for answering the question, Nestle Quick in a Bucket. The basic question is, will they do something like 150% to all stats and no key, which is like the demigods? And
I'm actually not sure.
Probably
Yeah,
not, because they're doubling down on the number of leads they're doing for this kind of leader skill.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
need 20 leads.
And also, I already feel like there's too many leaders now.
Well, even with the new leads, like Zen said, they're not trying to make the old ones irrelevant quotes, because the newest ones still have the effect of super extreme, so they don't like totally make the old leads irrelevant yet. So I don't think they're gonna do anything like 150 quite yet.
It might be too much. I also don't. This might just be the fact that I've on one specific account, like because I have 2 accounts now. On my main account, I have not run into a single cooler, and I've been looking for 3 days for a cooler so I could test them out. Cannot find a cooler to save my life. Like, I can find a Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I can find a shit ton of Vegeta. I can find Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. But if I'm looking for someone with a cooler, they're not there. Like, none of my... I can even find more Mass Saiyans. But absolutely no coolers.
It's just the way it is, man. The heroes are always cool. It's just favorite characters. Goku, Vegeta, stuff like that. You'll always see them. You'll never see villains and things like that. Unless it's Rose. You'll see him a lot.
Yeah, he is on the popular side.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Oh, I got Rose, finally.
How many stones did you go
I
through?
stopped playing for a bit and I came back and I got Rose. Thank God.
Good job.
Oh,
Zehal.
I know. Was your 5 Super 17s not enough for you?
Alright, next.
Let me count my Super 17s. Oh, it's just 4.
That's enough. And this is the final question. Hey, Modcast, how's it going? I'm just going to skip straight to questions. Question 1. Do you think Xenoverse units besides physical Xenotrunks will ever Dokkan? I need that physical Mira to Dokkan heroes because of that link set. 2. What is your favorite DB, DBZ, DBS, or DBZ GT theme song? 3. Do you still play Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links? And 4. Do you think Bandai is going to keep a trend of making a new villain god lead movie villains? If so, would that mean Super Android 13 would be next, followed by BoJack? I believe this was before Super 17 was released, and that's all for now. And he didn't have a name, so I'll just call him Blue Man.
All right. That once again, that was like 715 questions. So can we go through them one by one?
I'm gonna start saying that from now on, only one question. And if you put more than one question, I'm only gonna read one question. So try and
you want an answer to your first one, Loki?
Yeah.
So it's a yes to that, because Mira, Toa, and all them already. There's like a list of cards that are going to be Dokkan in the future, and those 3 are a part of it.
It's just a matter of when.
You mean that list that Zehal pulled out that he said they're going to get Dokkan in the future because they're removed from the World Tournament banner?
Oh no, not Zehal's. I know what you're talking about, but it's not that list.
Okay.
Do we trust Zehal ever?
Ever since the Super Vegito Finasco, I don't know. I take what Zehal says with a slight grain of salt here and there.
A little bit. I mean, eventually. I'm going to assume that every SSR will eventually just Dokkan into a new one.
Yeah, at some point they're gonna, or else they'll be doomed to complete irrelevance. So,
like, what are they gonna do? Just like leave one behind, and they will never Dokkan. Like at this point, we're getting like free units as free SSRs are getting Turs, so it doesn't make like fucking BoJack got a Tur, 2 Turs.
Jazz hands.
Speaking of, is it sad that I just pulled the Jolie BoJack and I like it?
Yes.
Because it's extreme.
And 2, what is your favorite theme song from all of the DB universe? Else goes then.
Headshot, but I do like Limit Break Survivor.
All right. What about you, Jax?
What is that newest one in Super? I really like that one.
Break Survivor.
Yeah, I dig that song.
What about you, Toast?
Let me break Survivor. It's really good.
It's really catchy. It's really good.
The original DB one in English, I like that one a lot. I just at a certain point, I don't remember. I went to go rewatch some old Dragon Ball movies, and I had forgotten that they had made a English version of the Dragon Ball theme song, and I listened to it, and it was pretty amazing. I only ever remembered the ending song. And so that one's actually my favorite, and if there was a close second, it's the fact that the GT one has stuck in me. Not Welcome to the Grand Tour. It's the one that literally the one that's like screaming.
The one that's your favorite. Are you talking about Rock the Dragon?
No, not that one. No, not that one. Not Rock the Dragon.
His favorite is Rock the Dragon.
It's not Rock the Dragon. I do like Rock the Dragon, but that's Z. I prefer Dragon Ball. And
Oh, yeah, okay, I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
It's kind of bizarre to listen to, but I like
No,
it.
it's catchy. I like it. It's a good song.
Yeah. Don't make theme songs like that anymore. Now they just always
Well-
stay in Japanese unless they're from unless it's like something like Yu-Gi-Oh or something. Which, to be fair, I
Well, when it
also
comes to DB,
really like
doesn't
those
it,
as
like-
well. Mhm.
Like the animes, man. Don't like most animes have multiple theme songs? Like, isn't Dragon Ball Z's like Head Chala like the entire series? Yeah. So it's like you only get like 4 choices, anyways. You don't have like 18 theme songs or something to pick from.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. There's not a whole bunch of they stay pretty consistent. There's a bunch
Mhm.
of EDs for Super, I think, isn't there?
6 or 7 so far, yeah.
But
Mhm.
the main theme basically stayed the same until recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was always Josetsu Dynamic until very recently, and then it became Limit Break Survivor for the new arc.
I'm so glad we have Limit
I
Break
see.
Survivor.
Question 3: do we still play Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links? No.
No.
I too, but it's like I
I'm still waiting
Occasionally.
for it eventually got to the point where it was just taking too long to
Mhm.
release anything, and there was too
For
many
me,
of
it was just like nothing to do.
that eventually hit that's like the biggest problem with it. So now I'm just waiting to hope that eventually it will just get a buttload of stuff, and I'll join when there's just a shit ton of cards and there's more for me to like mess around with, because that's actually what I like in a Yu-Gi-Oh game, is when there's just a shit ton of cards and you can make really dumb decks. And right now in Duel Links, it feels like there's just basically the 1 or 2 kind of decks that you make, and then that's it.
yeah.
I tried farming for Harpy's hunting ground in that for weeks. Never got it, and I just got tired of it. I'm like,
Yeah, me
no
me
more
too.
game. We're done.
Zehal finally got
farming
it.
in that game
Funny
was.
Yeah, of course it did.
What toast?
I was saying farming in that game was pretty.
Yeah, it wasn't the best. And last question.
It wasn't the greatest thing.
I mean, do you see there being any other like villain god leads that are literally from the movies besides Cooler? Right now,
Probably
Yeah.
not.
Rude guard.
Slug, man, he's coming.
Slug is coming. I mean, currently for villains, we got Cooler and Super 17, so literally the floodgate is open to whoever the hell you want. If these guys are good enough to be the villain leads, I'm gonna say any villain is possible. We'll
Mhm.
put in Dr. Wheelio, it doesn't really matter. Bring Garlic Jr. at
Dr.
least.
Wheelo, yes.
Then we
Garlic
still need
Giant.
Hydro next, or whatever the big. Yeah, with the one that Toast was gonna say.
Who is it?
Hirudegarn from Wrath of the Dragon.
There was a villain.
I
in
just want
Wrath
Wrath of the Dragon content.
Isn't that just basically the Super Saiyan 3 Goku? Isn't that Wrath of the Dragon content?
Super
Doesn't
Saiyan 3
count.
Goku, it's Link from Ocarina of Time, and it's a giant bug monster.
Sure, make it. Sell it.
Was
a
that
card.
Link's cameo?
I believe that, and I'll say that's basically a
Tapion.
podcast. We all done. There's nothing else to do. I think.
Yeah, this one
Sure,
fell in a weird
podcast.
time where everything got announced like right after the previous episode, so everyone's already talked about it for like a week.
Yeah. So there's really nothing.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
usually our issue.
I will say that as we end, because as we're ending, I feel I do want to bring it up. So the Aurelia party happened, and it was a lot of fun. Think Andy. I
Yeah,
think
that was super fun.
Might have
Zen.
went a bit overboard, but we don't talk about that.
Well,
I'm
we're
a
gonna talk
terrible
about
person,
it.
I know.
You're a terrible person because that thing's gonna be released, and that's gonna be out in the open for everyone to see.
I mean, the last one, only like 1,000 people watched it.
Really? Man, I had no idea. But either way,
I checked. Check it right now. Currently has almost.
I think
2,000
by the
views.
time
It's
that
like
you guys are actually listening to this,
1,700.
it's gonna be released. So that was fun. Hopefully, we get to do more live streams, and Zen will actually get to be on. Because even though Zen was
Stuff on a
invited,
Friday night.
probably not set it up on a Friday night.
Do a
Yeah,
live stream on a Friday night.
my
Yeah, play more
bad.
Dragbox.
I
That was
could
great.
make it.
If there's one thing we could take from this, just keep Ichigo away from your schools.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna make any joke. I was like, I swear I'm not gonna say anything, and then you're just like, oh,
Well, there
here
you
we
go.
go.
That's basically it. That's gonna go up. Hopefully, we get to do another live stream. Next time Zen will hopefully be on. But if you ever wanted to see just a shit ton of mods, you should check that out because eventually there's like 8 fucking mods in there. Fishman
And we all
spoke.
play the Jackbox.
Oh, that's
collection.
true. That was
Like-
a world first. Fish actually spoke.
I don't think none of us have heard his voice until yesterday.
Yeah, and that was weird. And then now I've forgotten it because there were just so many fucking people in that stream.
Oh, it's just super deep. He's like blub blub.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Until next week, we'll see everyone later. I never pulled Super 17, so it's gonna take a
Peace.
while for me to do anything.
I don't want to talk about that.
Good job, Jost.
Okay, thanks.
And that's it.
All right, then I guess we will see everybody next time. Thanks for watching.
Bye bye.
Adios.